So you can see. Just for Bhavio. Om Tavasmi Tavasmi Najivami Tavina Iti Jaya Radhikya Swami Nacha Mancha Nantinami Sham Sundar Sikand Shekar Smanaha Syam Muli Manohar Radhika Rasikman Kirpani Se Sadevi Charanan Kinkiram Guru. Text 14 Vilapkusumanjali यदवधि मम कंचित कंचन मंजरी रूप पूर्वा व्रजभुवि बत नेत्र द्वंद्व दीप्तिम चक्रा तदवधि बत वृंदारण्य रजनी प्रकमम चरणकमल लक्ष्य संधिदृक्ष ममाबद. O Queen of Vrindavan, ever since some Manjari named Rupa Manjari filled my eyes with the light in Brajbhumi, I have desired to see the red lac on your lotus feet. So here Raghunatha Goswami is remembering something in the Siddha Bhav, but for a sadhaka he is saying, through his outer senses, when my Gurudev described to me all these points concerning Radhika and Rasa from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Ujjwalin Mani, Lalit Madhav, Vidak Madhav, my eyes were open and I saw that Srimati Radhika is so merciful. Without her mercy, we cannot have Krishna's mercy. Everything that I have, that I know about Rasa, I have learned from Rupa Manjari. Brajabhumi Bhatta Netra Dandva Diptim. My eyes were open and I had a very great desire to see the Charana Kamal Laksha, the altar on Srimati Radhika's feet. Speaking in Siddha Bhav, he is saying, when I met Srimati Radhika, Srimati Rupa Manjari, she told me about Radhika's mercy as well as her Rupa Guna Leela. Then my eyes were open and now I desire to see the altar on Radhika's lotus feet. But how? Perhaps when Krishna is sitting in front of Srimati Radhika and her Sakshi, Krishna takes her feet on her lap and is painting them. Then in Prema, because he is Nagara, Nayaka, Dhira Lalit, he takes her feet, holds them to his heart. In this way, the new color of Alta comes to his feet, his heart, leaving a red mark like a stamp. I only desire to see that Alta on Krishna's heart, signifying that although he is for Brahma himself, he is Vashibhut, conquered by Srimati Radhika's prem. There are 8 kinds of Naikas: Avisarika, Vasajja, Utkantiya, Swadhina Bhatrika, and others. Here, Swadhina Bhatrika means that the Nayak is already conquered by Naika. So she Tulsi Manjari always prefer her dear Srimati to be victorious and Krishna to be conquered. Manjari always wants that Krishna should be conquered and their Sakhi should be victorious. Here Krishna is taking Radhika's lotus feet to his heart and it is not Srimati Radhika's taking his feet. So Tulsi Manjari is so overjoyed and desires that this altar will always be visible there. If Srimati Radhika is searching for Krishna and is somewhat unhappy, Tulsi Manjari does not like it. She always desires that Krishna will be searching for Srimati Radhika and that he should always serve her. Our Gurudev Srila Bhakti Pragyana Keshav Maharaj composed this shloka. Radha Chinta Niveshana Yasya Kanti Vilopitaha Shri Krishna Charanam Mande Radha Nikita Vigraha. In all other sampradaya, they think Krishna is more superior than Radhika. So all gopis with Radhika are searching Krishna, weeping, lamenting, rolling on the ground, and such a Vipalam mood, they are searching Krishna. Our Gurudev in the line of Sri Rupa Manjari says why Radhika should search Krishna. Krishna should search for Radhika. He should lament, he should roll on the ground. When in Srimad Bhagavatam it is written that Krishna disappeared, then Radhika and all the gopis were lamenting and weeping, searching Krishna. Our Gurudev is is saying that Srimati Radhika disappeared from Rastali. Krishna searching for her came to Imritala. There he was lamenting, where is Radhika? Where is Radhika? He was playing on the flute the name of Srimati Radhika, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. We should come and ran to her. That is Radha Lingita Vigraha. Radha Chinta Niveshana. You know, Krishna was searching, thinking about Srimati Radhika. Remembering Srimati Radhika. Where is Radha? Where is Radhika? And by doing so, remembering so deeply, he became like Radhika. The shape was Krishna, but his complexion became golden like Radhika. So whenever you see any white Krishna, remember that white Krishna is actually Radha Vinod or rather Radhika Ramana, who is actually in separation from Krishna. Oh, sorry, Krishna is in separation from Radharani. Sorry, Krishna is in separation from Radharani and he actually changes his color. The Radhika embraced Krishna and Krishna embraced Radhika. So from outside, no, wait a minute. Huh. Radhika embraced Krishna and Krishna embraced Radharani. So from outside, he is seen as Radhika, golden beauty, but inner he is Krishna. That is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the meaning of shloka. In the same way, Raghunath Das Goswami is praying here to see that mark from the lotus feet of Srimati Radhika on Krishna's chest. Tambulan Parang Pad Mardan Payo Danabi Sarabdir Vrindaranya Maheshwarim Priyataya Yas Toshayanti Priyaha Prana Preshta Saki Kulad Api Kilasan Kochitra Bhumika Keli Bhu Mishu रूप मंजरी मुखस्त दसिका samshay. When will a day come when I will give pure water in a golden pot to Srimati Radhika and serve her lotus feet? While she has an abhisar with Krishna, I will help her by offering tambula, pan, and such seva. In Jaiva Dharma, we read that there are 16 different types of seva that are performed by the Sakhis. And the above mentioned are some of them. The Sakhis also help Srimati Radhika to meet Krishna by cheating her husband and so on. Raghunath Goswami is praying, when will I be able to serve Srimati Radhika in these ways? As Rup Bhajari, hmm, Rup Bhajari and other Bhajaris are. When will that be mine? Actually, Srila Rupa Goswami gives these ideas to the Jivas and also to Raghunath Goswami. By the mercy of Srimati Radhika, Radhika will order Srimati Rupa Manjari to teach these things to, so she is teaching them. प्रार्थना में नोतवा से प्रभु लोकनाथ कवे संज्ञे लन जबे श्री रूपेण पाद पद्मे मोरे समर्पिवे. He is praying to his Guru, Lord Goswami, when by your mercy will you offer me to the feet of Srimati Rupa Manjari, and who will accept me as a new Dasi? Ei Nab Dasi Bali Shri Rupa Chabi Chaive Tera Shubh Kshana Mora Kati Dine Have Shingar Agya Karibena Dasi Het Hoya Seva Ras Usajja Karya Karana Karaha Paraya. When will I be a young gopi maid servant? When will that auspicious time be? When will Sri Rupa Manjari repeatedly order me about saying, "Oh Dasi, come here, quickly arrange your Swamini's fancy garment and ornaments"? By hearing these orders, I will become delighted. These orders will completely absorb the attention of my purified mind. She will teach me in various ways how to serve Srimati Radhika. आनंदित हन हिया आज्ञा भले पवित्र मनेते करया करीब करीबे तट करे. He continues, she will tell me that I should do Tambula Seva, beautifully decorate Radhika's bed with birds and flowers, and then she will take me to see Kishore Kishori. I will follow behind Rupa Manjari as she takes me by my hand to Srimati Radhika, and Radhika will ask, "Who is she?" Rupanji will reply, "I have brought a new Sakhi to you to serve your feet. Manjulali has collected her and placed her in my hands." Then Srimati Radhika will order her, "Yes, you should teach her all kinds of seva and engage her in our service." This is for Siddha. We can only pray and have the ambition to come to this stage. For sadhakas, Rupa Goswami has written the verse Bhakti Rasami Sindhu. Sadhu Sangha Nam Kirtan Bhagavata Shravan Mathura va Srimurtira Shraddhaya Sevan. One should associate with devotees, perform Nam Kirtan, their Srimad Bhagavatam, reside in Mathura and worship the deities with faith. Out of 64 kind of bhakti, these five are the very favorable for us. Particularly favorable for us in the is to hear the narration of Krishna and gopis from the 10th canto, such as Gopi Geet, Yugal Geet, Brahmar Geet, Pranay Geet, है ना? Especially the commentary on these. In Prem Bhakti Chandrika, Narottam Das Thakur has written that if someone has greed towards these topics, they should read the Ujjwal Nirmani because their Rupa Goswami has thoroughly delineated this science, and knowing it is very favorable for our entrance into Raganuga Bhakti. Narottam Das Thakur is selecting Rupa Goswamis because Mahaprabhu made Rupa Goswami qualified in all these subjects. Rupa Goswami knows everything, therefore, Narottam Das Thakur wants the blessings of him. Very beautiful description. So, actually, this is exactly the essence. Our acharyas, they have mentioned always, and they have always explained to us that unless we take the shelter of the manjaris or the manjari bhav, both, you have to take the shelter of the person and the bhav of the person also. We can never attain prema bhakti or raganuga bhakti, That stage comes only when the sadhaka is worshipping the Lordship under the guidance of uh, Rasik Vaishnava. There's a very beautiful slok, very beautiful song written by Narottam Thakur. I've already narrated the song, I guess, before, but I'll again tell. कुसुमिता वृंदावने नाचत शिखी गणे पिककुल भ्रमर जनकारे प्रिया सहचारी संगे गाइया जाइबे रंगे मनोहर निकुंज कुटीरे हरि हरि मनोरथ फरिवे हमारे हरि हरि मनोरथ फलिबे हमारे दुख मंथर गति कोटु के हेरे बोअति अंगे भोरी पुलक अंतरे चोडी केश किर माझे राधिकार इंगिते चिरुनी लोईला कोरे कोरी कुटिल कुंडल सब विठारिया अचरब बनाई वो विचित्र कबीरी मृग मद मलयाजा सब अंगे लेपबो पराई वो मनोहर हार चंदन कुमकुमे तिलक बनाइबो हिरिबो मुख सुधा कर नील पीतांबर जतने पराइबो पाय देबो रतन मझीरे भृंगारेर जले रंग चरण धोवाइबो मुचाबो आपन चीकू रे कुसुम कमल दली सेज बिछाइबो शयन कोरबो दखा करे धवल चामर आनी मृदु मृदु बिजावो चरमित दुहुक शरीरे कनक संपुट कोरी कपूर तांबुल भोरी जुगाई वो दोहार वदने आधार सुधार से तांबुल सुवासे दुखावो अधिक जताने श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु लोकनाथ दीन बंधु मुई दीनो करो अब धान राधा कृष्ण वृंदावन प्रिय नर्म सखी गण नरोत्तम मांगे दान वेरी लॉन्ग सॉन्ग बट वेरी ब्यूटीफुल सॉन्ग आई मस्ट से इसका मीनिंग सुनो मीनिंग है वृंदावन इज फिल्ड वृंदावन कुसुमिता वृंदावन है हाँ तो वृंदावन इज फिल्ड with the flowers blossoming flowers the dance of the peacock and the sound of the cuckoos and the bumblebees when the association of the dear gopis will I melodiously sing in charming cottage in a group of Vrindavan. When seeing the slowly and gracefully moving divine couple, will my hair stand on end because of the ecstasy in my heart. When in the company of the gopis, Srimati Radharani gesture that she wants me to comb her hair, and when will I then take the comb in my hand and carefully comb her curling locks? When will I anoint Srimati Radhika's limbs with sandalwood paste and musk? When will I give her beautiful garland? When will I gaze on her moonlight face as I decorate it with the tilaka marking drawn in sandalwood paste and kumkuma? When will I carefully dress Srimati Radhika's in blue garment? When will I place jeweled anklets on her feet? When will I take water from a jar, wash her reddish lotus feet? When will I then dry her feet using my own hair as a towel? When will I make a conch? When will I make a conch of the lotus petals of the divine couple? He's saying, when will I make a conch of the lotus petals of the divine couple? When will I gently fan them with the white charmer whisk? When from a golden box will I take betel nuts and camphor and place them in the lotus mouth of the divine couple? When will I carefully chew the aromatic remnants of such betel nuts, which have mixed with nectar from mouth of the divine couple. O Loknath Goswami, my spiritual master, O friend of the poor and wretched conditioned soul, O ocean of mercy, please hear the appeal of the person who is very miserable and poor-hearted. O Radha and Krishna, O holy land of Vrindavan, O intimate gopi friends, friends of the divine couple, I beg that you all grant this charity to me. Please fulfill these desires. So these are the prayers actually which we have to learn to recite. We cannot do it artificially, definitely. But initially that's the reason the best thing to do is to take the shelter of these acharyas, because these acharyas they have written all these kind of prayers for us. And what happened when we are praying actually, you know, uh, when we are praying to them through other acharyas, then it actually becomes the process become very easy for us. See, such a big acharya who our Golokishore Babaji Maharaj, he often said that only by reading two books you can get Krishna Prema. One is Prem Bhakti Chandrika, second is Prarthana. Actually, Prarthana, you see, this concept of Prarthana is very powerful. Huh? After becoming a devotee, I didn't know what does it mean to have the prayers. But then, I got to meet a very old friend of mine. She became Christian actually at one point of time in her life. So we just got reconnected and then we were talking and then she was saying that prayers has a lot of powers. And whenever like suppose if I said, oh yeah, I got diarrhea, oh I'll pray for you. Oh I got headache, I'll pray for you. My work is not getting done, I'll pray for you. My tickets are not getting not getting booked. It's all full. I'll pray for you. So like at least the Christians they're praying for the materialistic thing, but at least the concept of prayer should come. What happened when the concept of prayers comes? We actually start asking for, चांद तारे तोड़ लाऊं सारी दुनिया पर मैं चाहूं है ना. I want to have Mercedes, I want to have this car, that car, so we are praying like then for materialistic things, because we don't know how to pray spiritually. Like one time, very nice example. One time, Bhakti Vasudev Maharaj, he is very close to my heart. So he was explaining that in New York, he was in New York and he read in his room the book Prayers of Lord Kunti. And then he came down and he prayed to the Lord, oh Lord, please give me the mercy also so that I can always remember you. And Krishna heard his prayers. He went out of the temple, immediately met with an accident, and he broke his leg. And he was on the bed for like 4 months. So then he said that we don't even know how to pray. Okay, we don't know how to pray. We don't know what to pray. What to pray for. You know? पता ही नहीं है what do I have to pray for. So when we don't know how to pray, we don't know what to pray, the best is to take the shelter of the acharyas. And how they pray? The best thing to do that only. So initially we should read, let's say Prabhupada is praying, Amar Acharya Bhakti Vinod Thakur, he is praying, Kabhi Habe Bolo, Sri Dina Amar, very amazing bhajan, आज शाड़ी क्या एक और है ना, उनका भजन बड़ा बहुत ही डिप्रेसिव भजन है लेकिन बड़ा ही इट्स अ वेरी डिप्रेसिव भजन, बट इट्स अ वेरी टू द पॉइंट भजन. छाड़िया तो हमारे संसार, like one of the bhajan in which he's mentioning how I saw you in the womb and decided to do your bhakti when I get out of the womb of my mother. But when I came out, I got so engrossed in material world that I forgot about worshipping you, forgot about you know remembering you. So prayer has a lot of powers, but the prayer can only be the blessing when the prayers are done with the proper consciousness, proper way, and proper mood. And that mood, unless you cannot imbibe on yourself, read the, like one time ठीक है, I mean that was, I don't know what, मतलब maybe I overreact or something. I'm not sure. One time there was I have a friend. He was doing something for the juvenile kids, and he was a new devotee, and then he was bringing the juvenile, juvenile small kids into Krishna consciousness. He was bringing them, and then he was giving them a class, and then so they were all sitting one day, and they invited me also to one of their rooms. So I was there. Then he said, so everybody said, "Ki, what did you pray today to the Lordship?" Prabhuji, I just prayed that uh, all the problems I have in my life should go away. Nobody should commit any offense. Nobody should kill somebody. दूसरा बंदा कह रहा था, I prayed to the Lord. Second, another person said, I prayed to the Lord that nobody should go hungry. I could understand that somebody is coming, they are coming from a very humble background, and definitely their parents may not be able to give them proper meal, or maybe they have a dark history, they have a dark life. Everything is there, right? So everybody were praying to the Lord. I was praying to the Lord that tomorrow is God, or in a couple of days we are going to have Nrsimha Chaturdashi. So may Lord Shiv get me the Charnamrita of Nrsimhadev. If I get the Charnamrita of Nrsimhadev, I'll be very fortunate. So these were the prayers they were making. They were kids, nice, that at least they're learning to pray. But then again, when I came out of the room, I was thinking that what should I pray? They were asking me, what do you want to pray? Or what is your prayers every day? One of my prayers every day is only one, that let me learn to pray. Krishna, give me the blessing so that I can learn to pray. Why? Because prayers, what sort of prayers we want? Prayers can lead you to the hell also. Remember that. You know? Because prayers, if they are done without being free from the materialistic mindset, without being what? Liberated. Liberation means being free from all the material desires, can lead you to Karambandhan, can lead you to the hell also. So that's the reason Vilapkusumanjali is the best prayer for us. Why? Because first of all, Raghunath Das Goswami is the best Acharya, the best among all the Acharyas. I mean, he's my favorite at least. So he is mentioning everything in a very nicer way. And then he's also praying in both the Siddha Deha and the Sadhak Deha. But still, these prayers are very high class prayers, which we have to do actually. We have to do these prayers eventually. But still, we have to understand that we have to also ask Krishna to free us from Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsarya. है ना है ना This is Ore Vaishnav Thakur, Dayara Sagar, Edase Karuna Kari, दियो पद छाया शोधो है हमारा तुम्हारा चरण धरी क्षय वेग धमी क्षय दोष शोधी क्षय गुणा देह दासे अब व्हाट इज क्षय वेग धमी क्षय दोष शोधी क्षय गुणा देह दासे क्षय सतसंग देहो है हमार पोषिची संगे राजे व्हाट आर दीज थिंग्स निकुंज बिहारी पता है आपको क्षय वेग क्या होते हैं
नहीं प्रभु जी।
जय जगदीश
Yes, bro. Vacho Vegam, Manasakaroda Vegam, Jiva Vegam,
you are from my
Uttarapasta.
classes, right? So you know that, right? But you're not Jay Jagdish, right, Dhruv?
I'm a servant of Jai Jagdish, bro.
अरे प्रभु सॉरी, वो आई वाज हेल्पिंग समवन बाय द ललित प्रभु, व्हाट आर यू सेइंग? नो, आई एम योर सर्वेंट एंड नो, it is other way around. But yes Prabhu, vacho vegam manasa krodha vegam jiva
There
vegam
is छह वेग है
udarapastha
ना
vegam. Yes,
हाँ there is छह वेग
udarapastha
and
vegam.
what is छह वेग धमी छह दोष
छह दोष दोष
या क्षय वेग धमी क्षय दोष शोधी क्षय गुणा देह दासे
प्रजल्प नियम आग्रह जनसङ्घस्य
अत्याहार प्रयासस्य
अतिहारप्रयासस्य प्रजल्पनीयमाग्रहः
निर्मूल्यमाग्रहः
जनसङ्घस्य
जनसङ्घ लोल्यं च
लोल्यं च षड्भिर्भक्ति विनश्यति.
क्षय सक्षय वेगधमी क्षय दोष शोधि क्षय गुणादेह दास्य. And what are the gunas?
उत्साह निश्चय धैर्यात् तत्तत् कर्म प्रवर्तनात् संगत्यागो सतवृत्ते षड्भिर्भक्ति प्रसिद्ध्यति.
Very good. क्षय सत संग देहो है हमारे. What is क्षय सत्संग?
Loving exchanges between devotees. I
That
don't know
is.
the sloka, but I think
Arey, you're reading
charity.
from somewhere. You.
No, no, Prabhu, I'm not reading. I'm actually
Okay.
in the workplace right now.
ददाति प्रतिघनाति गुह्यम अक्षाति पृच्छति भुक्ते भोजयते चैव शतप्रीति
Yes,
लक्षणम. So
yes.
these are the prayers we have to recite actually initially. First we have to recite artificially, robotically. First artificially, then second robotically, third without emotion, and fourth with emotions. Different stages of prayers. And when we are actually reciting these prayers with emotions, then the fifth stage will come. Then we'll be able to understand the meaning of these prayers, and these prayers will actually take the shape of Brahmastra, and then there will be the reciprocation from the Lord or his Vaishnavas. Right? The problem is this: we don't know how to pray. This is the problem. Vilapkusumanjali is a very good example for all of us to teach us that how we should pray. What should be the mood of prayers? Prayer is actually prarthana. Prarthana is actually like seeking help. When do you pray? When you're seeking help for something. And when can you seek help? Or when can you exactly feel that you're seeking help? When you are in the Dayaniya Dasha. When you're in a pity situation. Like, I was watching Dangal. In Dangal, the father and the daughter, they had some conflict in the movie. They had some conflict and then, then they patched up again. And the girl, he said, this, what time your training starts? He said, 7 o'clock. She said. So he said, okay, you get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. I'll first do the training for you for 2 hours. Then you go and you join your school prayers, school training. They said, okay. So then they caught the management and they said, if they don't know, they don't want this university to get trained and the father can train at home, why are they studying here? And then immediately, he start, saying, I'm so sorry. And when Amir Khan is saying, I'm so sorry, he's saying sorry. He's saying that, since my childhood, it was my dream. I want to have a son, didn't have a son, blah, 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 blah. But he prayed. And when he was praying with such a situation that he was in a very pity situation. Although he was not doing anything wrong, but he said, please forgive my children. Don't kick them out of NSA, National Sports Academy. If you kick them out, they won't be able to play international. And then what they were doing? Praying. So then immediately they accept, okay, ठीक है, we'll accept it. We'll accept it. We'll not let your children go, but if you are being around NSA, we'll just kick them out. So what I was thinking that, in our life also, when we are praying and we are not praying with the proper mood, the prayers will not have the deep meaning. भगवान अब मैं जा रहा हूँ संभाल लेना, and just you left. It means this work may be very important for you. No? This work is very important for you, but this work may not be like very, very important for you. That's why you were not very concerned about getting it done. So when we'll have the urgency to get the work done, then only the Lord will get our work done. But anyway, as I say, that we should never try to pray for the materialistic things, and this is which is very important. So prarthana is very important. Prarthana, we actually have to learn how to pray. So first we do artificial prayers, then we do robotic prayers. Uske baad then we do, prayers with some emotions. Then the stage comes where we are actually praying and we actually mean it. You know, we actually mean it. আমি ঘর না যাইব वने प्रवेशिव অলিলার শিকধার আমি তাজি কুললার ব্রজ ভজরার বিনোদ মিনাতি করে क्या are you ready to leave all the things? When we sing this bhajan, we sing with emotions. Tears also comes out of our heart. But kya Amityaji Kul Laj? Are we ready? Are we ready for that? This is also another very important thing. Are we ready to take the defamation on our character? Or are we ready to just leave everything to enter in the one where Krishna is performing Ras Leela? When will I kabe habe bolo Sayyidi Namar? When we are frustrated as a sadhaka, this comes in our heart. Arey bhaiya, kab hoga yaar? When am I going to have love for Krishna? Everybody is saying that. And that frustration is also very genuine. I'm not saying that's not genuine. But still, that is not happening because we don't have a proper mood to pray. The proper mood to pray is very important. Huh? Atyahar Priyashasha, suppose another example. Atyahar, I'll not do Atyahar for anything. But when it is Gajar ka halwa, oh my god, automatically Atyahar will happen. Suppose you need something and you're getting it in like with little bit of efforts, you're getting it in a very good quantity, you will definitely opt for it. It's a human nature. You're working, you guys are working. And suppose if anybody offers you work for 5 hours and give you this much of extra money, you guys will want to work extra, isn't it? Nikunj ke paas, if anybody gives an order, कि I want food for 100 people for 100 days. He will leave everything and start arranging things so that he can distribute prasadam to 100 people for 100 days. Why? Because he knows that he can make money out of it, right? Ab, now, we cannot judge whether that atyahar is atyahar or that is his necessity, that's his need. You know what I mean? We don't know what he's going through in his life. How much money does he want? Why does he need money? He needs money to worship, to make, a bigger house for his family. He's working so hard to make money for his own self, or to make money to store money in the account, or whatever, especially reason, So, Atyahara Priyashasya Prajalpo Niyamagraha. Very nicely, we are saying that. Oh, Krishna, we don't want Atyahar. We don't want Prajalpa. No. We are the people who enjoy Prajalpa the most. So, actually, prayers will have effects only when prayers are done with the proper consciousness. Hare Krishna. I don't know how to pray either. So please don't think that I'm just telling all these things to you. I'm saying all these things to myself. And for myself only I'm giving these classes. For myself only I'm reading these books so that I can read. Otherwise I have no time to read. Hare Krishna. Anybody wants to say anything? Comment?
No, Prabhu, thank you very much. It was a wonderful class.
Oh, I wanted to ask a question, but I have to actually leave in 2 minutes. But
Bol question one.
my question was regarding this, Atyahara Prayasascha. Uh, mainly Atyahara, like that overeating. I know that is the jud of all problems because that leads to lust and all that. But how do how do one understand that Atyahara in terms of prasadam? Because then we go through Gaur Leela and
Atyahar is not only eating too much. Atyahar is also means that accumulating too much. Actually, Atyahar means
okay,
only accumulating too much.
okay,
Or putting so much of effort, priyashishya, so much of efforts to gain that money. Okay?
yes.
These two things are
S- s- So the
together.
endeavors, obviously, but so Atyahara is not only limited to the food. So my question is, when it's Krishna Prasadam, it is okay, right, Prabhu? Just
Yeah, yeah, of course.
I-
So Atyahar is not that Atyahar, yeah. Atyahar, try to
obviously,
understand.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So you have a question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, I just wanted to add on this. Atyahara means that any activity with the performed for one's body or thinking oneself as the material body. Like for example, if I think I'm the proprietor of the wealth and I accumulate more wealth, that is Atyahara. If I think I am the enjoyer of the food and I accumulate or I eat more food, then that is Atyahara. But if it is done like dovetailed for the lordships, like thinking it is Lord's remnant, so I am having it. It is Lord's wealth, so I'm taking care of it. So
Yeah,
that is not a tyar.
yeah. Yeah, but still, that's not Atyahar, but having too much is always not good. That is one of the things. But
Like we
at least Mahaprasad is better than, again, it's an initial stage. Atyahar, remember one thing. Sarvadharman Paritajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja, we have learned the first sloka from Bhagavad Gita, right? Initially when we had joined. But this Sarvadharman, what is the meaning of Sarvadharma? Initially, Sarvadharman was something else. Then in the middle, Sarvadharman became something else. Today, Sarvadharman has some different meaning, and tomorrow, the Sarvadharman will have different meaning. Initially, Sarvadharman Paritajya means there's no need to worship any demigod, demigoddesses, this and that. This was the only understanding of Sarvadharman. कोई धर्म को there's no need to follow any dharma. Only Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, but everybody is a rascal. Initially we were taught like that only, right? Then Sarvadharman later on became Sarvadharman means the dharam. Like our Mata, Pita, all these people are like around us. We have to leave them and we have to join Brahmacharya ashram. Right? These are the artificial dharma. Then when we became little more mature, then we got to know Matra dharam, Pitra dharam, all these kind of dharmas are there. So when we are saying Sarvadharman Paritajya, Mamekam Shanam Braja is this dharma. When we became more mature than the Sarvadharman Paritajya, that dharma, the Sarvadharman meaning, would completely change. Then we've started correlating it with the gopis. How gopis they give their lives, their family, their friends, their relatives, their children, everybody. They left everyone behind to go and meet Krishna. Perfect example of Sarvadharman Paritajya. Got the point, guys? The same way Atyahar also has a meaning. With time, when the more you get evolved, your understanding of Atyahar will also get evolved.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Could it also mean that Sarva Dharman Paritagya is mean also is also could mean that we surrender our free will to the Lord as well.
Prabhu,
And
मैं कह रहा
the
हूँ ना,
dance
up to your understanding. Free will is something else and dharma is something else, but still, you can relate to that also. Dharma is religion. Religion which keeps you drive, which makes you drive or makes you go on. एक belief होता है, religion का meaning होता है belief, which changes with time always. Remember that. So Sarva Dharman Parijajya means dharma which changes with time. So initially the dharma was worshipping of demigod, demigoddesses. Then eventually the family members. Then Matra Bhumi Dharma, Prema, Ye Dharma, Wo Dharma. Then eventually, when we become a little more uh, mature, than our understanding is the gopis, how they have left all the dharmas. Why Krishna is saying that I'm very indebted to? Why is saying I'm indebted to all of you, the gopis? Because the kind of prayers they have sang in Gopi Geet, Krishna had to appear. And he said that the way you have sacrificed everything for me, I can never sacrifice that for you. Means if Radharani would say that leave all your friends, family, and everything for me, I can never do that. But you guys have left your family, friends, kids, relatives, elderly people in the family, everybody. Right? So Darsava Dharman, Dharma is belief, and belief changes with time, place, and circumstances. You know, and that's the reason the understanding of Atyahar, Prayashilcha, Prajalpo, Niyamagra, Vacho Begam, Manasa Krodh Begam, Jiva Begam, Udrapastha Begam, all these things eventually will come to you and you will understand it. Got the point, Sumit Prabhu? Or you disagree with me?
No, Prabhu, I agree with you.
With time it will evolve. Nikunj bhai, you want to say something? Okay, Jagdish, you want to say something?
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam. Prabhu, one more thing. So, this is something very deep. Again, we won't be able to, I personally can't understand this, and I think, but I somehow feel that in in bhakti, please correct me, Prabhu, if I'm wrong. In bhakti, when you are growing and when you are, progressing, maturing, I think when you reach to the last stage where all our Goswamis, all our acharyas, are going through. I know there is no last stage, it's ever growing, but when
Yeah.
it is very mature, um, it seems like that you will be going in the process of renunciation. At one point, you will even be not, even though we are grahastha, but the goal will be to just rely on ourselves in Harinam and to
Actually, this is a very
renounce.
biggest misunderstanding you have. When we
Prabhu,
reach the pinnacle of bhakti, no,
yes, Prabhu,
the pinnacle of bhakti,
yes,
that uh, when we reach to the pinnacle of devotion, na, the
yes.
pinnacle of devotion is actually not becoming a sannyasi.
Obviously, Prabhu.
Because when you become, when you complete, when you reach the pinnacle of devotion, you even give up your sannyas. Because then you realize that you were born naked and you didn't even have hair. What can you renounce in your life? And
So,
that
Prabhu,
understanding, huh?
I did not meant the sannyas, but
Huh,
with
I got it.
renunciation.
I got your point, bro. See, what my understanding says about what you're saying is when we reach the pinnacle of devotion, na,
Yes,
that time we actually at least understand our understanding is only one that I belong to the Lord and Lord belong to me. And the rest everything is a dream. That's it.
mm. And the reason why I asked this question, Prabhu, is obviously I am not sure if this lifetime will be enough for me, but I wanted to know, okay, we do all these things to, possess whatever material things that we need, obviously to perform our swadharma. But at the end of the day, I as a soul should know that the pathway or the end goal is something else than what I am currently doing. Right,
Hey,
Prabhu?
Balaji, don't worry about it because it's eventual. Again, I'm saying, Sarvadharman Paritajya in the initial 10 years, initial 2 years, the initial 10 years, initial 15 years, 20 years is different. It changes with time now. our understanding about Sarvadharma Vijaya, वैसे ही our understanding about devotional service, devotional activity also changes with time.
Yes.
And the maturity will come, you'll get the answer according to your own adhikar.
Yes.
For example, very good, very small example. One time, one sannyasi was there, and one disciple went to the sannyasi and he said, the Guru said, you should be considering 1,000 times. You should be considering the Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas are more important than the Lord. 1,000 times. 10,000 times. So you should be giving importance to the Vaishnavas 10,000 times more than the Lordship. One of the disciples said, Maharaj, for me the Lordship is the Lordship. I cannot give 10,000 times more importance to any Vaishnava. He said, okay, very good. At least you're being honest. Okay, do one thing. At least 1,000 times more importance you can give. No way. Okay, at least you can consider that 1% Vaishnavas are more important than the Lord. He said, not even 1%, Lord. Gurudev, Lord is Lord and nobody can be more important than him. He said, okay, at least do one thing now, that whenever you see any Vaishnava, don't consider that he's even 1% superior or more than the Lordship. You at least just think in this way that he is my relative. So, like, he said, okay, that I can do. Yeah, at least can you just make a relationship with that person? He said, yes, I can make a relationship with that person, but I cannot say that he is more important than the Lordship. He said, okay, okay. Make a relationship. So, like, he became like this, that he is going in the market. If he sees anybody wearing a tilak, kanti mala, he said, अगर suppose if he's elder than him, अरे दादा कहाँ हो, कैसे हो दादा आप, मैं आपका छोटा भाई दादा, आओ चलो मेरे घर चलो, I'm just like your younger brother, please come home. And then he used to feed them prasad. So all day, he's bringing somebody, he's meeting somebody. अरे ताऊ जी प्रणाम, अरे चाचा जी प्रणाम, अरे मामा प्रणाम, कोई मौसा, कोई किसी को कुछ किसी को कुछ. Sometimes, maternal uncle, sometimes paternal uncle, sometimes somebody else. He's bringing everybody home. चलो चलो महाराज जी चलो, अरे अरे मामा जी चलो. And like, then there's a story comes that everybody started making fun of him. हाँ भाई तेरे चाचा जी नहीं आए, तेरे मामा जी नहीं आए, where is your चाचा जी, where is your मामा जी, अरे where is your ताऊ का लड़का. Everybody used to make fun of him. He never cares about it. He said, I don't care. At least, I'm doing this. And like you see, because of that ignorance, he was doing sadhu seva while making a relationship with them. And then one day, what would happen in Kaveri River, his wife was, taking bath in the river, and immediately they saw one dead body was going there. And it got stuck actually somewhere in the river. And somebody said, Arey, that person's dead body, he's wearing a tilak and he has a kanti mala, he must be your relative, huh? And then immediately, like, the wife was also a very simple hearted person. She went and she said, some Vaishnava died. And then, his body is actually stuck in the river. So immediately he went there and he started crying, Arey, he was my, he was my Mosaji, or Mosaji, Mosaji, Mosaji. And he started crying. Oh, sorry, Chachaji, 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 he's my Chachaji, he's my Chachaji. Everybody started laughing. And then, what kind of stupidity he is? And then, he brought him out. He said, I will do the pura proper, Pindadan and everything for him. They said, but do you know this person, which Gotra he belongs to, which family he belongs to? He said, I don't care. He's wearing Kantimala and he has a tilak on his forehead. And my Gurudev said, anybody with a Kantimala and tilak you see, you just make a relationship with him. And then he made a relationship with him. He did the entire, this thing, cremation for him. On the 13th day, he invited the Vaishnavas, nobody came. We don't know the Gotra, we don't know the Jat, Path or anything. this person is stupid. Why should we go to eat in his house? And then he goes to his Guru Maharaj, and Guru Maharaj says, Dekho, Maharaj, you told me that make a relationship with everyone. I saw the dead body was going in the river. I took him out. I felt like he is like my uncle. And I did the puja, I did the entire thing for him. All kind of, rituals, whatever was needed. Please, now no Brahman is coming to my house for, you know, the Shraddha Kriya. He said, because you see, you were following my instruction, but the instruction also came from the Lordship only. And you said that you will never consider anybody superior to the Lord, means the Lord is the superior for you. So you better go to the Lord and you pray to Him. And then he just went very simple heartedly, said, Guru Maharaj, ji, this is what happened, Lord, and this is what happened, and blah, 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 blah. He said all that. Immediately from the Vigraha of the Lordship, the Brahmins started coming out. And there were only 13 Brahmins required, but there were like, so many Brahmins they came. And they all came from the Devalokas. And they all sat there and they ate prasadam, and then everybody got to see, Arey, so many Divya sadhus have come to accept the offering. It means this particular person is not ordinary person, and whatever he's doing is right only. That's why Lord has sent the Brahmins from them only. And they accepted all kinds of food and everything, charity, dakshina, vakshina, everything, and they got disappeared. So what I'm trying to tell you here is what I wanted to say, that understanding. When you have the proper understanding, you know, with time, Krishna make you understand things. So he was not ready to accept the Vaishnava's Mahima above than the Lordship, and Lordship wanted to establish, you know, the Mahima of that particular Vaishnava. You look at him, how great that Vaishnava is. So that's why, Vaishnavas are more greater than the Lordship. This particular thing established by Lord Himself in this way. So,
Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
नंबरी क्लास हो गई ना, you have to go, sorry.
All good, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for the answer and sharing this wonderful pastime.
अरे चलो, वन चक्र पत्र वैश्य के पास है तो वो होगा पतित नाम पावन पे वैष्णव
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.